that we've replenished ourselves, if we just go back and start giving this again to other people, we're gonna have the same problem of being drained. I actually used to have to tape up my mirror with pages of paper so I didn't have to look at myself and see my acne and see my scars. This video really goes out to every person who's ever overextended themselves, to the people who always give to others and never feel totally appreciated in return, because I know what that's like. And there were a few things that I wish I would have heard a while ago about self-love and about self-care that I didn't understand until recently. And today I want to have a real talk about what I've learned, talk to you about a friendship that was very unhealthy for me, give you a physical analogy about your self-worth and the time and the energy that you're putting into other people, and also share with you 3 different ways that I personally exercise self-love without spending money, without going out of my way for other people, and without feeling guilty about taking that time for myself. Self-care kind of feels like this hippy-dippy thing that's like floating around the internet, and I feel like it's kind of gotten a bad rap. You see people posting on Snapchat about like their self-love stuff, or like shopping as a way to self-love, you know, but I honestly don't feel that that's really what self-love is about. I think it goes deeper. Self-love isn't just about pampering yourself every now and then, or about being a selfish narcissist, which again, this friendship issue that I had that I'll get to in a minute, that's all surface level. That's not what self-love is. Self-love is the difference between reaching and achieving your goals to better yourself, to better this world, and to benefit the people around you, versus staying where you are, feeling uninspired, demotivated, and constantly burned out by all the things you do for other people. I have to be the first to admit that when I first heard of it, I got it all wrong. I had a friend. This girl got everything she wanted. She would go out of her way to make things happen, but it was bad. She would steal. She would take advantage of other people. She would lie to people to get what she wanted. She would pressure people into doing things that they weren't comfortable with in order to get what she wanted. And she told me, she was like, Cassandra, this is just self-love. This is what it's about. And when I looked at her and I saw these narcissistic tendencies where she was stealing, she was cheating, she ended up making me feel uncomfortable about certain situations, literally got sucked into spending over $10,000 on this person, to international trips to London and to Thailand and to Vancouver that were bad decisions for me because I didn't listen to myself and I put myself in uncomfortable situations and allowed myself to be pressured into that. But hearing her talk about this being self-love for her and that she deserves to take advantage of others for that, I thought to myself, fuck self-love? Dude, that sounds horrible. I don't want to be like that. But the truth is, that was not self-love. That is manipulation. Self-love is completely different. But when I saw this manipulation happening and was actually on the receiving end of it after a year and a half of that friendship, I was like, I want nothing to do with this. But I ended up putting myself in a place where I didn't take care of myself. I didn't have self-love because I didn't understand what it was, and my life was falling apart. And when I truly understood what self-love was, that's when I started to see changes in my life. I started to see changes in my friends. And when I started saying yes to the things that I needed, not only did I get happier, but I became more successful. People around me got happier because I could give them more of myself without being drained. And honestly, self-love is essential to your success. If you want to succeed in life, if you want to actually be happy in life instead of just going through the 9 to 5, constantly feeling drained, relying on coffee or substances or relationships to get through your day, self-love is what you need. And I swear to God, this is a concept that I wish I would have known about earlier. I have always felt the pressure of kind of stepping into the role as the caretaker or the healer or the gentle one. Some people would consider those feministic qualities. I believe that those can be masculine, feminine, or non-binary qualities. Those are human qualities, right? But I've definitely felt that pressure of trying to be the one who is flexible. Don't ask for too much. Don't, be difficult. It's okay to go out of your way for someone else sometime. And while that's true, there is a limit to that. And if you don't have self-love, and if you don't get selfish, if you don't become a selfish babe every now and again, you're gonna end up burning yourself out and not being your best for you or others. You know, I wanted to be a good friend, I wanted to be a good sister, I wanted to be a good daughter, I wanted to be a good YouTuber, a good student, and I think we all want those things. But if you don't take time for yourself, and if you're constantly giving to other people, you're never going to be able to be your best. And these other people that are around you, your family members, your friends, the people you work with, they need you to be your best so that you can be your best with them. And if you're constantly giving and if you're constantly drained from relationships and friendships and actions and going way out of your way to do something that you didn't even want to do, that doesn't even benefit your long-term goals, you're just draining yourself out. You're dimming your own light, which dims it for everybody else too. Here is where the concept of self-care comes in. It's saying, no, I don't have to respond to that text immediately when I get it. It's saying to your coworker, no, I'm not gonna spend my day off covering your shift because you wanna go out for the 3rd time this month with your boyfriend on the weekend. It's saying, no, I can't pay for your dinner or your coffee today. And it's saying, no, instead of going out, I'm actually gonna stay in. I'm gonna have some JOMO, the joy of missing out, and give myself some time to watch TV or to take a bath or just to put on skincare and literally binge watch Shane Dawson. That's what self-care is. And that, outside of routines, is how you replenish yourself so that you can be your best for other people. And here's the crazy concept that people always get wrong. They think if I overextend myself, if I do things for this person, if I go out of my way, if I drain myself for somebody else, they're gonna see that and respect that and care about me. Not true. They're just gonna get used to you extending yourself, overextending, doing too much, and they're gonna start to expect it. And after anything becomes a habit like that, it's hard to truly appreciate someone. And when you're going so far that you don't even take time for yourself, you are literally overextending yourself so far that you hit burnout. And you now, all of a sudden, can't even sustain yourself. And if you can't take care of yourself, how are you supposed to take care of all these other people? This is an example. This is water. And this is an example of your energy. This mason jar right here is you. You're a damn good looking mason jar, by the way. This right here represents the people in your life. Maybe it's the relationship you're in, maybe it's that friendship, maybe it's a boss or a coworker, or maybe it's a situation or something else. We've got this energy. We have a little bit of it naturally, and we replenish it by certain things we do throughout the day. Now, if this energy gets filled up, but you're constantly giving it to other people, little by little, and never taking time to take care of yourself or say, no, I can't do that, you're filling someone else up, and you're constantly feeling drained. How is this sustainable? And you think that if you just constantly give to other people that they're gonna appreciate you and respect that, but the truth is that you're giving yourself so far that you feel burned out. You feel empty every single day. And these other people are going around and they're happy, they're sippy. Their life is full, they're posting some hot pictures on social media, and you just keep giving. And their life seems great, but you're not getting anything else out of that. Now here's where things start to change. When you put yourself first. When you say, hey, friend, coworker, relationship, I care about you, but I need to take a moment for me. I'm not gonna bend my back to help you with X, Y, Z right now. And you take that time to have that self-care. Maybe it's a skincare routine, maybe it's sitting outside, reading a book, doing something for you, your energy starts to get filled, right? But now that we've replenished ourselves, if we just go back and start giving this again to other people, we're gonna have the same problem of being drained. But when you make self-care a priority, when you take time for self-care every single day, your cup starts to fill up. And guess what? It starts to run over. And now people can enjoy all of this runoff. You don't have to overextend yourself because now people can start enjoying everything that you are giving off. You are full and complete and taken care of. And people can enjoy who you are and your light, and they can reap the benefits of that. That is what self-love truly is. Now go hydrate yourself. So if you're anything like I used to be, maybe you have that bad friend or that bad relationship, or maybe you're just used to overextending yourself, how do you start with self-love? It's not about going on a shopping spree. It's not about binge watching Netflix and eating food to the point that you feel like crap. I want to share with you my personal 3 ways of self-love, the things that I do to replenish myself, that maybe you can implement into your day to make sure that your cup runneth over so that other people can enjoy that, or just give you some inspiration about what works for me. First off, I have to say that for me, the self-love daily is so important. If I am not inspired by something and reminded to take care of myself every day, I get wrapped up in my to-do list. One of the best apps that I've ever come across is Selfish Babe, and it is literally an app that gives you positive affirmations on your phone. It connects you to a community of other women who are literally being inspired to say yes to self-love and say, it's okay to be selfish for the sake of me. The app is free, so you don't have to pay for anything. Again, money does not equate to self-love. And it literally gives me a reminder every single morning with a positive quote or affirmation. They also have podcasts, a community of women who are building each other up. And honestly, if you're used to overextending yourself and have nobody to talk to, this is literally a resource. Just to share with you the landing page, it literally says, you are a selfish babe, a woman who selfishly and authentically loves herself. You were meant to do phenomenal things in this world. You are amazing. You are precious. You are somebody. Believe this. You may stumble and fall, but you pick yourself back up, and that is what makes you beautiful. And I swear to God, if you just say that out loud, if you just read that, that alone can make your entire day. And I'm telling you, for me, this had to be a daily practice. And reading those things, hearing those things daily, it puts that in your head. And that starts to become what you believe, who you are, and how you interact with the world around you. The second thing that I do for self-love is spend time in nature. Call me a hippie, but I feel so connected when I'm out in the woods. I always hiked when I was little. My parents were cheap, so we didn't really stay at hotels for vacation. We always went camping out of the back of a car or a tent. And all my life, I just remember growing up swimming in the ocean when it was freezing cold, climbing trees, falling down and scraping my knees, rolling down grass hills, and nature just brings me back to a time when I was young and carefree. As children, we used to just love ourselves unconditionally. And as we grew up and became adults, all we started to do was judge ourselves. For me, being in nature brings me back to that. So sometimes I say, no, sorry, I can't take a phone call right now, or I can't take a meeting right now. I need to spend 20 minutes walking myself into the woods, or just climbing this random tree in the middle of an office complex and sitting here. And yes, sometimes the business people have looked at me strange, but I don't care what these other people think of me. Sometimes that is what I need, and it is a full 360 for me. The last thing I do that is self-love is my skincare routine. And I know this sounds a little bit weird, but for me, skincare truly is self-care. When I'm doing my skincare routine, I'm not on my phone, but I'm literally spending this time to take care of myself. I am taking care of my skin. It's very relaxing to massage my own temples, to use different products that are truly natural, organic, cruelty-free, that are healthy for my skin and my body. And I have found just having that practice, kind of like a cool down, is amazing, especially if you can't go to a spa or get a massage. That is a great act of self-love. But it's also expensive, and I don't think you need to spend money in order to appreciate yourself. And for me, my skincare routine is part of that. It's also different because in the past, I used to judge myself when I looked in the mirror. I actually used to have to tape up my mirror with pages of paper so I didn't have to look at myself and see my acne and see my scars. But my skincare routine has transitioned from this thing that I needed to do because I hated myself to becoming this thing where I do this because I care about myself, because I love myself, and I want myself to look and feel great, and I give myself that moment. And having that switch of mindset was phenomenal for me. And I hope this video was eye-opening for you too. So that being said, first off, if you haven't already, go download the Selfish Babe app. I swear to God, it has changed my life. It changes my morning every single day. Not to mention it's free and it's all about empowerment. Go out in nature, or find yourself a place or a thing like playing piano, or find that one thing for you that is just, yes, me time, rejuvenation time. And also find that one routine or that one ritual that is just taking care of what I need. Because again, if you fill yourself up and if you are flowing over, you don't have to overextend yourself in order to give enough to others. I love you. I really hope that you take these words to heart and found this video impactful. If you want more real talk kind of videos, I actually have an entire playlist of my random thoughts and ramblings that you can check out on YouTube. Or if you have a topic that you just want to sit down and talk to me about, hit the ding dong notification bell button and talk to me during a live stream. I usually delete my live streams after they're over, so the only way you'll get notified if we're having one is if you have subscribed and hit that ding dong bell notification button. And just like the Selfish Babe app, subscribing is completely free. I do post new videos every Monday and every Thursday, and sometimes a bonus video in between, but remember that I love you. Remember to always spread the love. A little raw alignment shout out. But also keep in mind that in order to spread the love, you need to have the love. You can't give love to other people around you if you don't already have it in here. So that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.